What's going on, guys? It's your boy Parag here. Don't mind the mic. It's seen better days. But today we're here to deep dive into relationships. Now, if you don't know what that is, you're too young. But if you know what that is, I mean, relationship, you're just talking to someone, and it doesn't even have to be intimate. It could be you're at work, you know, a teacher, anything really, right? But obviously, there's intimate ones: boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc., etc. And today we're going to be deep diving into Reddit, where we'll be choosing, three posts, approximately three, just to give my own 2 cents. Now, am I a licensed relationship advisor? No, but I do dress like it. I do look like it with my big ass pimple. God damn. Today, we're going to be deep diving into that and going more further about how I can unravel the mind of said age. But take everything with a grain of salt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and other gender across the world that's watching this video. The first post we have here, let's just read this together. Or actually, I'll read it. Y'all can just listen. All right, how do I just okay? Before I even get into it, if you guys don't know Reddit lingo, F is female, M for male. So a lot of the time, you'll be seeing like F age, meaning like female 18. So for example, this one right here says F 18. She's 18. Anyways, boom. How do I, female 18, control jealousy over my boyfriend 18 male? All right, so automatically jealousy. I don't know if y'all feel it, but everyone has jealousy of some kind when it comes to their partner. If you don't have one yet, you will at some point. And the fact that they're both young, 18. I was 18 and 18, I was just okay. Enough about me. But let's proceed with this story. I, 18 female, and my boyfriend, 18 male, have been together for about 9 months, and I've noticed I am extremely jealous. How do I control this? He told me he was going out to fishing after work, and I encouraged him to invite his friends, John, 18 male, if he wanted to. Well, that turned into John's friend Jess and her boyfriend joining them. I suddenly felt a large amount of anxiety about this. I know nothing about Jess or her I was supposed to say boyfriend, other than they exist. I'm not sure why I feel so jealous and almost controlling over this. It's not like she poses a threat to me. My boyfriend and I have been having some pretty big issues through, though. I can't even talk, bro. Oh my. And he went as far as to tell me he may be falling out of love. How do I control my jealousy and anxiety over small stuff like this? Okay, first of all, there's a lot to unpack. Let's unpack this. Okay, boom. First of all, y'all be dating for 9 months. That's pretty good. A lot of younger folk, they date short term just to experiment the highs and they just dip. But 9 months, congrats, not too shabby. But yeah. So one thing that caught my eye here was that my boyfriend and I have been having some pretty big issues through though, and he went as far as to tell me he may be falling out of love. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When he said that, you should have low key like pressed him more about that. Like, what you mean? Like, how did you even end that conversation without coming to like an agreement or like a solution? Because how are you gonna say you're falling out of love talking to your partner and then y'all are still dating? Like, shouldn't you guys, shouldn't you as the 18 female unpack that and be like, yo, why did he just say that? Like, what? But aside from that, how do I control jealousy and anxiety over small things like this? If you guys didn't know, so I started dating November 9th, 2024. And at first, the first few months, I was definitely jealous, and I was jealous and scared of anxiety of just, I had all those kind of feelings mustered up inside me because I was so vulnerable. I was like, oh my god, what happened if someone hits on him? What happened if he talks to other people? What happened if this? What happened X? What happened blah blah blah? And you know what gave me the most peace of mind? Peace of mind. It is what it is. No matter how cope or how blatant it that seems, like, what is the what is the like what could I can't even talk. Okay, what is the worst thing that could possibly happen? Okay, in this situation, okay, boom. Let's just say, okay, what happened if Jess starts hitting on her boyfriend and then they hook up and they date and he cheats on her? Okay, that's probably like the worst thing that could ever happen, right? And don't get me wrong, that thought is definitely terrifying because it could happen. I don't know, right? But if it does happen, like you control the way you respond. Now I'm talking like I'm a guru. First of all, I still need to get in check with my emotions because I be getting mad like pretty fast, right? But from my experience and from how I became more chill about dating my partner is like whatever happens and like it's out of your control, and at the end of the day like it's up to you if you want to like withstand that kind of like disrespect or like towards your partner, right? And it's like I think my advice to her, if I were to talking to her face to face, like, listen, love as much as you can to your boyfriend, ups and downs, but at the end of the day, just let go of all of the jealousy and anxiety because that's going to make you into someone more controlling. And like, obviously, no one wants to be, if you're dating the one, it shouldn't feel like you're dating it shouldn't feel like you're a prisoner, right? It shouldn't be like, oh my god, I have to make sure I dress like this because if I dress like this then my boyfriend or girlfriend will make me feel like, if I dress like this then my boyfriend will he won't feel as stressed out because if he sees me wearing like a short skirt, like he'll freak out, blah blah blah. That used to be me. I used to be like, oh my god, baby, you're wearing that to work, and I would freak the fuck out. But like, chill, it's not that deep. And like, the worst thing that can happen is someone, they compliments your boyfriend, they take your boyfriend, they blah, blah, XYZ, right? The final thing here is to just let go. Okay, like whatever happens, and at the end of the day, it's up to you to pick yourself back up and just to let it go, because the worst thing is doing is taking your overthinking process to a different level, and like you could be doing a whole bunch of other stuff than doing this, right? So that's my advice, and that is the first take, the first Reddit post. On to the next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round 2, second post for Reddit. 20 female and am in whoa I, 20 female, am still in love with my ex from 4 years ago, 18 male. Is it bad that I am still in love with him? Okay, this is like, I don't even, okay, I'm not even going to judge because a therapist like me, a professional, what I'm saying, shouldn't be a judger. But okay, 20 female, dated dated 18 male back when I was 15, almost 16. The time we had together was soulmate level. We both loved the same things, helped one another out, and I was so deeply in love, but I messed everything up. I was a horrible person to him, and I understand that he doesn't deserve to be treated that way or trust me anymore. It hurts. I messed up. I really messed up, but I don't want anyone else but him. Every time I date or attempt to, I look for him in the person I am with, and he is never there. Oh my goodness. Not judging. I regret everything. I've been getting help, going to therapy on extension. God damn. I'm not judging. And been trying throughout the years to correct my problems, and I've made progress, lots of it, but it still doesn't seem like I'm enough anymore. He and I messaged each other for the first time in years the past couple of days, but he told me he just needs more time, and that it's still too toxic between us, and that his individual life is more important than me. I mean, not judging. I don't understand. He told me that he would take later on in life, but I don't want to live without him. I don't want to exist without him with me. I want to show him that I have changed, and I thought I was doing everything right, but him saying that hurt like hell. Okay. Okay, let's unpack this. Okay. First of all, okay, I'm not gonna lie, like, using the fact that I messed up everything, okay, I don't want to go assume, but let's say you, like, did some messed up stuff to him, right? And if all of these years he still doesn't want to talk to you fully like that, yo, give the guy some space, okay? You've been obsessing over bro for like years, and like I low key feel, yo, the fact that she said every time I date or attempt to, I look for him in the person I am with, bro. I feel so bad for all the people that she's been seeing, because it's like no man should be wasting his time dating a girl, and the girl is solely focused on looking at her ex's personality traits in him, or like trying to find ways that, oh, he like resembles my ex in some kind of, bro, what? And like I understand, okay, going to therapy, medication, oh, I can't live without him. Listen, okay, I know, like, y'all have like a soulmate kind of thing, and it's like, live, laugh, love, I want to be with this person forever, blah 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 blah. It's been years since y'all have talked, right? 15, yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 years, okay? Like I don't understand how much of a charmer this person could be, but if this person clearly doesn't want to talk to you, and you are not finding hope in the dating life, I think that needs to work with you. Because the fact that you say here, I don't want to live without him, I don't want to exist without him, with me, like that just goes to show how much poor self-love you have, in my opinion. Because it's like, that used to be me too. I used to be like, oh, I would live for my part. I would fight. I would live for my partner. And don't get me wrong, it's good to have that kind of fire in you. But for the most part, like, your partner or your future person that you're talking to, they shouldn't be your life. Okay, they're like an attack. They're like an additional aspect onto your life. Now, my partner, let's just say I got deep love, but it's like, at the end of the day, you still have your own personal life. And this person, this female, this 20-year-old female, I definitely feel like she needs to have more time alone and away from dating, from talking to that guy, and really trying to dig deep inside of her to like figure out, like, okay, why am I in such need to be with someone and be with him exactly? And if you know you messed up, okay, the best way to show that you've changed is not to endorse the fact, endorse, yeah, that's a big ass word, is not to endorse you trying to talk to him more. Because even back then, I guarantee this girl was probably like, oh, I want to talk to you, blah blah blah, and the guy's probably like, nah, like, back up. So the fact that it's been like 4 or 5 years and you're still having that same kind of aspect towards him, like, he definitely thinks in a way like, oh, this girl did not change, right? So for my advice from a therapist professional like myself to her is to just spend some time alone and really think about, how can I be more okay being alone? Now, obviously, the girl is 20, okay? She has a whole life in front of her. The girl's not going to die alone, right? But it's good to know how to spend some time alone and not to be so dependent on a partner or someone. So that's my advice. You know what I'm saying? Professional take by yours truly. On to the next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third and final Reddit post for this video. Let's dig deep for this one. 22 female, want to break up with my 23 male boyfriend. How do I do it? Well, I'm not gonna lie, for the most part, it's kind of just straightforward, but let's dive deeper. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2.5 years. We've had a great relationship and I've learned a lot being with him, but I'm currently at my breaking point. He's very involved with his job, which is good, and I'm happy for him, but it's gone to the point where it feels like he can go weeks without seeing me. We don't live together. We both live with my parents. 7 minutes drive to him. Damn, that's so close. I'll be there. Okay, anyways. I usually initiate plans, and if he does make time for me, it usually is because I asked him or because he knows I'll get mad if he doesn't. He'll come over for 1 hour, we'll hook up, catch up, and then he leaves. Sometimes he'll even just tell me he's coming over just to please me, but then cancel right before he was supposed to come because he's too tired. I feel like I make more of an effort in the relationship than he does. I am very involved in his job and go to all of his work trips with him, but I have to beg to come to trips with my family, and he'll agree but back out at the last minute. Damn. He's not very affectionate and only really cuddles me or hugs me when he wants to hook up. We've had several conversations about how I've been feeling and that I've been on the verge of breaking up with him, but I'm so close to his family and care for him very much. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in, and I know it's clear this is not working out, but I don't know where to go from here. Okay, let's break it down from here, all right? I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if the mandem, if the boyfriend is working a lot and he's like making some time to see you because he just wants to please you in some kind of way, I'm not gonna lie. That whole aspect of yourself, you gotta really dig deep in yourself and be like, okay, is it really okay? Like, do I really see myself for the rest of my life seeing my boyfriend like less because he's working and blah blah. That's one question to ask yourself. Are you really okay with that? Because if you're not, I'm not gonna lie. Like, have you told your boyfriend this? The fact, I mean, she did say like, we've had talks about how I feel and that I'm on the verge of breaking up with him. You know, I want to know how that convo went when she said, I don't feel like I can go longer because of your job, and how like you don't make any time to see me, and like if you do, like you back out, like that's so ass of you, blah blah blah. And from his from his response, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like altogether, not from me, but from her perspective, I feel like you should definitely just find another person. And it's like, yeah, y'all been dating for 2.5 years, but like if he's so locked in on this job and he's doing his thing, like has he communicated the fact that he's doing it because of y'all in the future, or he's doing it because he's making a lot of money, or it's because XYZ, right? You have to ask yourself, are you okay with spending less time from him because of that job, right? So there's that. The second thing, I'm not gonna lie, him backing up, I mean backing out last minute, yeah, I don't know about that one. That's tough. What is he even working? Is he like a okay? I'm not gonna ask questions, but that's tough. The part that really hits here is that he's not very affectionate and only really cuddles me or hugs me when he wants to hook up. I'm not gonna lie, you're low key being used for your body. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you're low key being used for your body just for the pleasure for this guy. From his perspective, he's like, oh, yo, I make a lot of money. I can talk to this girl, hook up anytime, blah, blah, blah. That's what maybe it's not, but that's what I'm thinking of, right? And when it comes to that, like, it's like a more of a respect thing. Like, you gotta ask yourself, like, do you see yourself for the rest of your life, mostly, you know, hooking up only when he wants to, blah 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 type shit. You barely get to see him, right? And I understand, there's been times, like, look, I see that you're very close to his family, right? And you care for him a lot, but it's like you are high key being disrespected right now, right? Like, I don't know the full story. I don't know what the guy's going through, but it's like from the girl's standpoint, just from this alone, me personally, I'm out of there. Yo, I'm breaking things off. Okay, yeah. You're close to the family, but so what? There is like 4.5 billion other men and other families out in the world that you can, be closer with, and the guy won't be, ghosting you / hooking up with you every 5 minutes, every week or some shit, right? So it's like, and I don't like this approach is very hostile. I want to be chill, but to be more civilized, right? What I would do if I was the 22-year-old female, I'm having a chat with I'm gonna sit him down, or we're gonna sit down somewhere. We're gonna have a serious talk about our future, and I'm gonna tell bro, listen, or boyfriend, listen, excuse me, listen. It's either this is gonna work. I'm feeling this because I feel like you only see me when you want to hook up. I don't like how I have to beg to come to you on trips. I don't like the fact that you're comfortable not seeing me for multiple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And after that chat, you really gotta like anything that's like holding back in your mind or your heart, just say it at that conversation, and then from there you'll know your answer. Because based on how he responds, you're gonna know what you want to do after that, right? So, from my professional take, sit in a more civilized way. Sit down with your boyfriend. Have a final and proper chat about everything, because so far, no one wants to be used for their body for temporary love, right? Love is supposed to be. Well, I can't explain love because I'm 22. I don't even know yet. But wait, I'm the same age as bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, share it to anyone that's in need for relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, definitely, if they need it, yo, tell them to hit me up on Instagram or comment down below this video. I'll definitely help them out. But thank you guys for watching the video. It's been your favorite therapist slash psychologist slash thermodynamics engineer, Parag. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace.